trusted news source, ABC6 News at noon.
Welcome in, folks. Thanks for joining us today for ABC6 News at noon. I'm Casey Cantz. Let's start today with the first check of that forecast this noon time. Here's meteorologist Nick Morganelli.
Oh, I got a good deal of sunshine out there, but it's not really helping all that much. We've got 31 degrees and it feels like 23. A little bit of a wind chill, northeast wind at 9 miles per hour. So that's shaving about 5 to 10 degrees off that air temperature. You look at the wind chill or how it feel temperature out there from 25 in Westerly to 29 in New Bedford right now. Day planner taking you through this afternoon. We're looking at temperatures at 5 o'clock, 32. Drops back to 30 by 8 o'clock and kind of holds there overnight. Satellite radar showing the clear sky, but there's clouds off to the west, and those will come on in during the evening and during the overnight hours in advance of a storm system that's going to give us quite a bit of rainfall. So futurecast for Wednesday afternoon into Wednesday night, those clouds building, temperatures dropping into the upper 20s overnight. So we're near 30 by tomorrow morning. The clouds actually holding the temperatures. Here come a few showers during the day, but it's really tomorrow evening that it gets very wet here. Look at 8 o'clock and throughout tomorrow night with wind too. We'll talk more about the rain and the wind and when it'll all end and what our weekend looks like coming up along with the 7-day in just a little bit.
All right, Nick, thank you. New today at noon, no jackpot winner in the Mega Millions drawing last night. Sets up a huge billion-dollar draw on Friday. We did have one big winner in Bristol County, though. One lucky person taking home $30 grand. That ticket was purchased at the Speedway in North Dartmouth. It is the first winning Mega Millions ticket of more than $25,000 sold in Bristol County since October of 2021. The Cliff Walk in Newport was further damaged in a winter storm last month. You'll probably remember an area of the walk collapsed last spring. City officials telling us this new damage is about 200 feet north of that area that collapsed last spring. This part of the walk was already closed because of the spring damage. City Council will now consider additional funding to expand a study on the collapse tonight. Locked up, the Red Sox officially announcing Rafael Devers will stay in Boston long term. This happened this morning at Fenway Park. The team holding a press conference to announce Devers' 11-year, $331 million extension. Devers, a two-time All-Star, has finished top 15 in the MVP voting for the American League in 3 of the last 4 seasons. He had 27 home runs last year for the Sox. Sorting through today's headlines now, and the DEM extending the renewal period for commercial fishing licenses until January 31st. The renewal period was originally supposed to end on the 13th. A spokesperson for the DEM saying they're dealing with a license renewal backlog as they transition their computer system. To help with that, the department is asking Rhode Islanders to renew their commercial fishing licenses by mail or in person. Town officials in Seekonk want the police chief out. The town administrator saying that the town is in the process of terminating Dean Isabella's contract, citing a need for change in leadership in the department. That town administrator explaining the agency required a chief who understands the community and those in the department. Isabella, though, was a former Providence police captain, also served as an assistant director with the Rhode Island DCYF. He was appointed chief in late 2020. The Board of Selectmen will take up the vote to remove him at a later date. The 4 candidates running for mayor in Attleboro will square off tonight in a debate. They include political newcomer Timothy Barone, former city councilor John Davis, current councilor Kathleen DeSimone, and current acting mayor Jay DeLisio. The debate is being sponsored by the High School Student Council and will be held in the school's auditorium. The special election will be held on February 28th. The winner takes the City Hall office vacated by Paul Harreau, who is now the Bristol County Sheriff. One person taken to the hospital after a fire in Providence. This happened last night at this home here on Crandall Street. Take a look. Fire department officials telling us the fire broke out in the basement and quickly spread to other parts of the home. We understand a man who lived in the home did suffer a shoulder injury. He is expected to be okay. That fire remains under investigation. A Norton man arraigned on new charges that include second-degree murder. We will get to that story in just a little bit. We are going to continue, though, with news on the coronavirus. In an update today, federal health officials say cases of COVID trending up as RSV and flu cases trend down. 1 in 5 Americans right now live in a county the CDC considers to have a high community level of COVID-19. That includes 2 of the 3 counties in Rhode Island and Bristol County, Mass. The Biden administration continues to encourage people to get an updated booster shot.
Obviously, right now, COVID is the thing that is increasing that we need to pay most attention to. people who have gotten that updated bivalent booster, all the evidence so far suggests that they're still protected against even this XBB.1.5.
Well, just 15% of those eligible for an updated booster have gotten it nationwide. There's more ABC6 News at noon coming up after this. We're going to have much more, including an update on the classified documents discovered in President Biden's old office and what the president is saying about it. And later, where you can go back in time to see props from an American movie classic. Stay with us. Welcome back. Major issues this morning with the FAA, a ground stop of flights. They are back in the air again today. Yanni Tregelis, though, with the local reaction this afternoon to this morning's major issues.
Flights across the country grounded Wednesday morning after an FAA computer system outage used to communicate with pilots affected airports nationwide, causing nearly 5,000 flights to be delayed or canceled.
Found out about it 2 minutes ago. They kept saying they'll give us updates, no updates. The update was probably get a flight tomorrow.
The ground stop lifted now, but at TF Green, passengers feeling those effects this morning. Some waiting out the delays, while others rebooking their flights and heading back home to try again tomorrow.
Very, very discouraging. We're disappointed.
But for one passenger, Wednesday's unprecedented situation even more difficult. Tim Murphy arrived at TF Green prepared to board a flight to Chicago and visit his granddaughter, marking his first time flying in more than 3 decades. The hurdles, he tells ABC6 News, only fitting.
My wife found out on the news this morning, and I guess the FAA has been waiting 32 years for me to fly, just to get me for something. I don't know.
This morning, the White House says there's no evidence at this time to indicate any type of cyber attack, and President Biden directing the Department of Transportation to investigate the outage. Locally, Massachusetts Congressman Jake Auchincloss tweeting Wednesday, a total ground stop is unacceptable, adding the FAA must be transparent about what happened today to prevent it from ever happening again. Speaking to ABC6 News, the congressman who represents much of Bristol County says the effects of the system's breakdown will be felt beyond just people missing their flights.
The immediate effect on passengers in the airport, plans delayed, families not connected, business not conducted. U.S. domestic flight market is highly interwoven, and the spillover impacts of cancellations can be felt for days at a time.
And those effects already starting to be felt, with several flights at TF Green now canceled, and others that did take off diverted to other airports.
I'm going to just be optimistic that it'll work out and we'll be on our way before too long.
And I spoke with one employee here at TF Green who predicts this will affect flights throughout the rest of the week and into the weekend, saying he's seen airlines deal with system issues one at a time, but never the entire system all at once across the country, saying this is something that in his 12 years in the airline industry, he's never seen before. Reporting at TF Green, Yanni Tregellis, ABC6 News.
Yeah, major issues. Yanni, thank you for that. Checking some national headlines today. The National Archives and the Department of Justice are probing just how those classified files got into President Biden's old office. Ike Ajachi reports today from Washington.
For the first time, President Biden responding to questions about those classified documents found at a think tank workspace he used after he left the Obama White House.
I was briefed about this discovery and surprised to learn that there were any government records that were taken there to that office.
Sources tell ABC News Biden's lawyers discovered roughly 10 classified documents, some marked top secret, all dated between 2013 and 2016 while he was vice president. Sources say they were found inside a locked closet at his secure office at the University of Pennsylvania. In the 4 years after his time as vice president, Biden worked there as a professor. The New York Times reports the classified papers include briefings on foreign countries from when he was vice president. The White House says Biden's lawyers immediately notified the National Archives, then turned the documents over the next day. The National Archives then reached out to the Justice Department.
I don't know what's in the documents, and we're cooperating fully.
The new Republican-led House Oversight Committee also launching its own investigation. They're asking for all documents related to this discovery. However, their letter was not accompanied by a subpoena.
He said it was very irresponsible for President Trump to take classified document to his personal residence and have them in an unsecured location, and it appears he did the same thing.
While Republicans claim this situation is similar to that of former President Trump's possession of hundreds of classified materials, there are major differences. Trump and his aides are accused of repeatedly resisting government efforts, including a subpoena to retrieve the documents. The FBI ultimately getting a court-approved search warrant to get the documents back from his Florida home. Sources say the Justice Department review is well underway, with Attorney General Merrick Garland assigning John Lausch, a Trump-appointed U.S. attorney, to lead the inquiry. Ike Ajachi, ABC News, Washington.
And more to come today at noon. We're going to check back in with meteorologist Nick Morganelli. He's got a full check of today's forecast and that 7-day as well. Rain on the way tomorrow. They'll have it all covered for you coming up.
And now, your ABC6 Storm Tracker weather with meteorologist Nick Morganelli.
Good afternoon to you. You know, we got a good deal of sunshine today. Let's talk a little bit about the sun In fact, the NASA Solar Dynamics Observatory studies the sun every day, every minute of the day. And notice those dark splotches on the sun, those are sunspots. And they look at the sun in different ways using different cameras and different technology. You can see the solar flare there on the left side of the sun just coming out. That's called the eastern limb, and that's where it rotates from left to right here. So the sun actually rotates as well, and we see these sunspots rounding the corner, and those are areas of solar activity. And that solar activity determines the insolation, the incoming solar UV radiation, and that governs our temperatures. It also is a predictor of the aurora activity, those northern lights, and it can also be a predictor of seasonal snowfall. Believe it or not, there is some correlation to that. Well, we don't have much sun coming in here the next couple of days. We actually have a lot of clouds, and you notice the massive clouds here over the Rockies that's going to develop a storm system over the heartland of the nation and move our way. So ready the rain gear for this one. It's a soaker Thursday evening, Thursday night into Friday morning. Gusty wind coming with this as well, 20 to 35 miles per hour. And then it's dry and seasonally cold by Sunday. And actually Saturday will start to dry it out too. High pressure and control of our weather giving us the easterly wind today, and it goes southeast for tomorrow. That's going to bring in the damp flow off the ocean with this developing warm front to the south. See the red line with the humps on it? That's moving at us. So by Thursday midday, we could see a sprinkle. We could see a snowflake in some parts of New England. But for the most part, we're waiting for this low pressure area and that cold front trailing it to get closer to us with the appreciable rainfall. So we go to 8 o'clock at night. Here we go. We got the rain really starting to ramp up here. Moderate to heavy rain, the heaviest in orange. The moderate rain is in yellow here on the predicted radar. This Friday morning at 6 o'clock could still have another some pockets of heavy rain and a band of rain coming through. And then there's that cold front. A lot of wind out ahead of it and behind it. The cold front will sweep through during the day Friday. And by Friday evening, if you have plans, it's going to be dry. That cold front will already have passed by, pushing the rain out. So Friday evening's dry, and that opens the door to this cold air coming in for the weekend. Let's talk about the wind. Thursday at 6 o'clock. It ramps up out of the southeast, 20 to 25 miles per hour, gets close to 30 miles per hour by 11 o'clock, and then it kind of peaks right before sunrise on Friday, could reach about 40 miles per hour across Rhode Island, and then it wanes after that. It's not enough to cause any damage to trees or power lines or that kind of thing, but certainly it will be very gusty and windy. And as far as the rainfall, not much to start Thursday night, but by Friday morning, we're up near an inch of rainfall. So overnight lows tonight in the mid to upper 20s. Tomorrow, we're in the 40s, but we hold those temperatures overnight tomorrow night. And the weekend forecast, give you a sneak peek at that, 38, breezy and dry on Saturday and sunny on Sunday. But the worst of this rain is Thursday night and Friday. It's 52 for Friday's temperature before we cool off over the weekend. Martin Luther King Day, if you have the day off, looking pretty nice. Sunshine and 40 degrees. Have a great Wednesday.
You do the same, Nick. Thank you for that. A Norton man arraigned on new charges that include second-degree murder. This is in connection to that deadly crash in Taunton late last year. According to the Bristol County DA's office, in November, Hector Bannister Sanchez was the target of an ongoing drug investigation. When police showed up at his house, he took off in his car, later crashing it into another vehicle, killing 54-year-old Lori Medeiros. Still to come today on ABC6 News at noon. What a story we have for you. If you love movies, specifically the Back to the Future films, we take you to a small Bay State borough that is taking us on a tour back in time, putting us up close and personal with movie memorabilia. You have to see to believe. Well, I want you to come on a journey with us today. It was 1985. Back to the Future had just come out. Parts 2 and 3 would then follow. And today we are taking you to a little borough in Massachusetts that is taking us back in time to show us some incredible movie memorabilia. Take a look.
You never know where life's journey will take you. Today's trip, about an hour or so northwest of Providence, down some back roads, we entered Hubbardston, Mass, and came upon a true gem for any fan of Hollywood cinema classics.
Casey, welcome to our Back to the Future Museum.
Thank you very much, Patrick.
Nice
to meet you. Is this where it all is?
Enter. You will be amazed.
And Bill wasn't lying.
Welcome.
The Mecca for any Back to the Future fan.
Well, the same thing happened back in 2020 when Christopher Lloyd walked in here. It was the first time he had seen many of these props since 1989.
As documented on Discovery's expedition Back to the Future.
Now, Chris, this is probably very traumatic for you seeing this, right? Yeah. I mean, this poor guy pumped you full of lead.
The father and son team of Bill and Patrick Shea have created through years and years of dedication.
This is the 1985 Toyota truck that was used in parts 2 and 3.
Something truly special.
See?
This is too cool. I mean, this is just too cool.
But probably the marquee of our collection is our DeLorean time machines. The two vehicles that I'm standing next to here represent the only two vehicles that will ever be in private hands.
Part of the 7 that were used in the 3 Back to the Future films. And oh wait, there's more.
So probably the second most recognizable prop from the entire movie series is the brainwave analyzer.
Doc, I'm from the future. I came here in a time machine that you invented.
Do you know what this means?
At this point, I thought we had seen it all. I mean, how could it get any better? Oh, how wrong we were.
So this is like one of our latest exhibits, which we've probably put the most time and effort into. You've all seen it, Back to the Future 1, but you've never seen it in this much details.
That's right, an actual recreation of the opening scene to the original Back to the Future film. From the 70-plus different clocks, to the toaster, to Einstein's food. Every last little detail of Doc Brown's workshop brought to life. The perfect cap to an incredible journey back in time, reliving in real time one of the greatest films ever made.
And we'd like to thank ABC6 for coming all the way out here from Providence to this little borough in Hubbardston, and to be continued.
And thank you to Bill and Patrick Shea. That was an incredible tour. Go check it out. You can take tours now. They offer you tours. Good stuff. We got much more ABC6 News at noon coming up after this, including another and final check of that forecast today with Nick Morganelli. Stay with us. And that does it for us today at noon. The news continues first at 4, and we're always online, too, at abc6.com. Thanks for watching. Have a great rest of your Wednesday.